Hi guys, Jonathan here as usual, and Happy New Year, because this is the first video of 2026. So if you follow this channel, you know that I'm mostly a digital photographer, but like once a year, more or less, at least for what concerns the last years, I happen to do some film photography. So some weeks ago, with the holidays, with Christmas holidays approaching, I wanted to do something a bit different, a bit special, let's call it like that. And I remember that I had a specific film roll that was sitting in my drawer. And this specific film roll is this, the Santacolor 100. So I bought this film a couple years ago while I was in Bologna during the Christmas holidays always, and basically I just left it in my drawer, as I was saying. And I honestly didn't even remember what the look of this film roll was supposed to be. I just thought, well, it's Christmas, it's called Santacolor, it has Santa Claus here. Yeah, I thought that it made sense basically to do something Christmas related. Yeah, it's very banal, it's very obvious, but still. So I lived in Portugal for several years now, and Christmas here is a bit different. For example, coming from North America or Central Europe or Northern Europe, you could expect something like heavy coats, freezing temperatures, and stuff like this, you know. But in Lisbon things are a bit milder because we're close to the ocean, and the sun is, not always shining, but is often shining, so it's generally warmer. So the vibe is almost exotic compared to Christmas in Northern Europe, basically. So I grabbed my only analog camera, that is my trusty Pentax Espio 90MC, this one. I loaded the Santacolor 100 and headed out to capture this unique Portuguese Christmas spirit. So I decided to spend most of my time at the Rossio Christmas Market, that is, in my opinion, the most, probably the most famous, the most vibrant, like full of people of the Christmas markets in Lisbon. And it's also one of the few that I usually visit, so yeah, it's a very personal opinion. Like, probably there are more Christmas markets that probably are more interesting, but it's my Christmas market from some points of view, from my point of view. And so I decided to go straight there. So I took the occasion to see a friend as well, and this allowed me to mix the street photography, Christmas vibe thing that I was doing with some portraiture. Like, I took a couple portraits of him, and I also took a couple portraits of my brother, like before developing the roll, basically just to finish the last shots available. And so it was fun because I had also the opportunity to see how this film roll was behaving with portraits, and not only like Christmas lights and kind of stuff. That is still the purpose of this video, by the way. So, to my absolute surprise, and this is it's something totally new for me, 36 out of 36 exposures came out. Like, not every picture is a masterpiece, of course. I don't think that there are masterpieces in this little collection, but still, all of the pictures are usable, more or less. And it's something new for me, because every time I tried, like in the past, to shoot analog, basically, I found myself in the situation in which I went to develop the rolls, and what came back was like half of the roll, or like 70% of the roll, and even the pictures that came out were not that good. So yeah, I never had like a very good experience with analog photography. This time I think that it's the first time that something like this happens, so yeah, it's encouraging. So let's talk about the look of this Santacolor 100. And yeah, I think that it's a bit unpredictable. Like, no, it's unpredictable, like in general, because some pictures came out almost monochromatic, like heavily leaning towards deep reds or deep blues. And other pictures came out very rich, very saturated, very punchy, you know. And so yeah, I think that it's unpredictable, probably is the correct word. Yeah. So when I got the scans back and I saw the original pictures, I was already happy, to be honest, because yeah, as I was saying, it's unpredictable, but still, especially the pictures that came out very rich and saturated, as I was saying before. I really like this look. So in Lightroom I didn't play too much with the pictures. I just I just added some contrast, I just played a bit with the curves, just to give the pictures a bit more pop, a bit more structure. But apart from that, I mean, the pictures are basically, the colors are basically the same that came out originally. And so some pictures will be more saturated, other pictures will be more monochromatic, as I was saying before. But in both cases, I liked the rendition. So my goal wasn't just to make a Christmas postcard video. It was to do something Christmas related, of course, shooting with the Santacolor, but also staying true to my body of work. So yeah, photographing what I usually photograph, like in terms of street photography, in terms of subjects, composition. So I wanted to do something that still resonated with me and my style, but in that kind of environment, like in a Christmas environment. And I think that the result is pretty nice from this point of view. It's something, of course, you can see the Christmas environment, you can see the lights, you can see the trees, you can see the wooden houses, the hot wine, this kind of stuff, but also the fact that these pictures are mine, I think. Yeah, I think that my style is pretty present in the pictures. So just to sum it up a bit, I really enjoyed doing this project because probably some videos ago, like a lot of videos ago, I was talking about analog photography, and I was talking about my idea of dedicating like a different project to each film roll, and finally I'm glad that I did it. And also the fact that all 36 exposures came out correctly helped me from that point of view, and encouraged me, I would say, to do something more with analog photography, because yeah, as I said before, my previous experiences with analog photography were not that good, so I was always a bit reluctant like about dedicating something like a particular project to a film roll. And I know that this might be just a case, that next time can be the exact same thing as my previous attempts to do analog photography, so having only like half of the roll usable. But still, I think that I needed this kind of this kind of result in order to think of possible projects. And so, for example, now I have the last film roll that I bought like was a couple years ago, that I still have here with me, and I won't spoil the name of it, by the way, but I'm thinking of a project that I could do with it, like in particular. And so I think that in general it was a nice experience. I'm glad that the pictures came out. I'm glad that yeah, it encouraged me to do something more with analog photography. And the pictures, like in general, the pictures that came out, in my opinion, are not that bad, not all of them. So yeah, I'm glad that I did this experiment. And also I documented a bit of Lisbon's Christmas. That is something that I think that I never did in the last years that I've been living here. So guys, if you like this video, remember to, I don't know, to leave a like, to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet, and if you want to leave a comment about the pictures or about Santacolor 100, if you had the opportunity to use it, or other like interesting film rolls that probably I don't know, because I'm not, I don't have like particularly big knowledge about analog photography. So in case you guys know some like particular film rolls that give like particular effects that I could dedicate a project to, let me know in the comments, guys. And thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.